I found myself more and more often in the last few years wanting to know what people's definitions of words are when they use them. Because not only do we kind of have like general definitions to words, but everyone has their own personal interpretation and meaning with those words. I mean, especially when it comes to things like love and stuff like that. And, anyways, one of my friends just posted something that was along the lines of, if someone truly loves you, they'll never let you go. And if they do, then they never loved you. And I just want to call BS on that. Like, there's so many things online where you're trying to express a sentiment and it's not going to sound good or be as, like impactful if you put a little asterisk beside it that says, like, some exceptions may apply. However, there are always exceptions and there are always different perspectives to everything. And I just like to remind the rest of the internet of that so that you don't just automatically assume that these blanket statements, like, there is no one way to live, to love, to be, or believe. There are many different ways and different perspectives, and that's what makes life beautiful. But one of the complicated things is that we so often believe that language and the meaning of things is concrete and that there's only one meaning. Kind of like this whole Olympics thing. We've got this whole group of people that only associates this composition and stuff with, like the Last Supper, the format of that. They completely forget that there are other cultures, other belief systems, that the Olympics was founded in Greece. The Greek mythology is a thing that, artists have always been inspired by other things, and that there's only so many ways to depict people at a dinner table or at a party. I mean, it wasn't even a dinner table, it was like a party. Anyway, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing with language. A few personal examples in relation to love and stuff. Like it's one of the challenging ones because I think most of us are brought up being like, oh, love. Like, you either have it or you don't. And it never breaks. It never falters. It never changes. You know what? The only sure thing in life is that everything changes. Every day, every moment, we are growing and evolving, or maybe de evolving in some cases, depending on how you look at it, as people every day. And so, first, I have always been incredibly sentimental. Like, I love to love people, and I love to not give up on people and things like that. And I remember it was probably about a decade ago. One of the big things that comes to mind was there was a period of time in which my sister was having a really rough period. And I grew up, I'm the eldest of three. I always felt very maternal towards my siblings. Like, they weren't just my siblings. I don't care how they felt about it. They were my siblings and they were my kids. And I just always had this really intense attachment to them and investment in their happiness and well-being. And there was a period of our lives where I had I had to accept the fact that I could not control her or protect her, especially from herself. And that if she was going to do X, Y, or Z at the end of the day, there was absolutely nothing that I could do about it. And man, I remember those moments because it was like a profound awakening and change in me. And also, it was both sad, but also freeing at the same time. Like, it wasn't necessarily a positive or a negative experience to have, though in the moment it made me very sad. But ultimately, it kind of freed me in terms of, she is her own person and I'm my own person, and I can love her and care about her and wish her the best and want to help her. But at the end of the day, I only have so much time, so much energy, and also she's an independent person, so she has the right to do whatever, like, it's that kind of thing. It was really tough for me to process. Now, after I processed it, I do feel like our relationship changed. At least our relationship changed from my perspective. And after a while, I developed a greater sense of peace in my heart. Now, another, probably more direct example to what this post was referencing. I mean, I'd love to talk about stories about my dad too, but romantic love and stuff. So I have been with my husband. We have been together since 1999. So officially as a couple since 2000. So like 24 years. We've been married for a long time. We're best friends. We love each other very much. We have been having problems for a long time, and it's not for a lack of love. Just because you love someone doesn't mean that, everything is roses. It doesn't mean that everything's going to work out. It doesn't mean that your relationship is going to work out. I mean, honestly, we think that we're going to be okay, but I mean, we were just talking yesterday. It's like, like, I don't know if we're going to make it. We're trying because we love each other, but that's what happens. But, like, let's say that things don't work out between us. Does that mean that we don't love each other? No, the fuck it doesn't mean we don't love each other. We love each other a ton. You can love someone and it not be forever. And I wish we would get away from these, it has to be forever or it's meaningless things, because personally, there are some people that are with us forever. There are some people that are with us forever, even if it's not literal. Like, they're always in our heart. They become part of us and our life is shaped by them, which would be the case in my situation. I've already talked with Carl, like, if we did split up as a couple, he's still my best fucking friend. He's going to talk to me all the damn time. I'm going to hunt him down. I'm invested in his happiness. He's invested in mine. Like, we are family, regardless of our living situation or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, there's more than one way to live. There's more than two ways to live. There's lots of ways to live. And ultimately, if you're an adult, you can live however the hell you want. We need to stop having other people try and tell other people how they can live, and just let people live. Just let people naturally live and evolve. It's this whole telling other people that, hey, this is what marriage looks like. This is what love looks like. That boxes them in, makes them feel trapped, makes them feel pressured to exist a certain way in order to conform, to meet society's approval. You know what sucks? Society. Society sucks. Individuals are what matter. Individuals are what we should focus on. And not only that, but this whole idea of what I hate about phrases like those, it puts this pressure on people that, oh, if you don't have this, if you don't achieve this, if you give up on this, then there's something wrong with you. There's not anything wrong with you. And one of the things that it has taken me over 2 decades to learn from being in a relationship is at a certain point, you need to love yourself. You need to prioritize yourself first. You need to prioritize your happiness, your sanity, and so on. We need to get out of this make and mold of where we put our significant other before ourselves and we just silently suffer and suck it up. Because you know what would happen if we all put ourselves first? If we all put our happiness first, if we all took care of ourselves first, we'd have more happiness and love and joy to share with other people. We would be living as our authentic selves. And when you are your authentic self, you will naturally attract people to you that should be part of your tribe and repel those that shouldn't. Everything works itself out when you just live and exist as yourself and try, instead of trying to conform to somebody else's standard. So yeah. Anyways, me and Carl are we're pretty good right now. I have faith. that we're gonna work it. However it works out is how it's meant to work out. But like, I will fight somebody. I will fight you. I will fight you if you say we don't love each other, if we don't stick it out. F your, I'm trying to be nice right now. F your foundational belief system that's basically trying to put us all in boxes. Anyways, I know that's not what this friend intended, but I just, I have to play devil's advocate when people like put statements out like that, just, for the other people, that are feeling that pressure but don't have the support network that they need in order to know that, hey, that's just one person's opinion and they just didn't want to put asterisks on there most of the time. That's like, oh, hey, you know what? There are exceptions. There's always exceptions. Life isn't black and white, despite what people in the United States would have you think.